Thank you.
It's a good question, and that was one of my summary point is that you have to believe in yourself. Even if you travel abroad, even if you go to this university, if you always have a doubt about how much you can achieve and who you are, that's a problem. So when you believe in yourself, it's going to give you a guide how you're going to go about your way of life. In Saudi Arabia, we're in a new culture. Okay, and innovation also is a new culture, and social innovation, even new culture, even here in America and here in Canada. Scientists trained certain way for a long time, and even to break from that, even in the most developed country, is hard. So in Saudi Arabia, I understand we don't have the culture yet, and that's why you're here. Okay, that's why we understand there's a problem in terms of like our university is quite young and we're not being exposed to this culture. Okay, and we want it to be also like another country. We have our brains, we have our discovery and our companies, and so you're here to learn. And also at the same time, when you learn, make a purpose, make a mission if you like, how you're going to apply that back home. And by doing this, by believing in yourself, and you see, I can make a difference, then things will change, because it doesn't go into change. It's not like a riding bicycle. We did it before, we can do it again. No, it's take a new generation with a complete different mentality in terms of the innovation and application of the science. Okay, before we're doing science for curiosity, but now science is a combination of all. To invent this, it's not only me, I'm not the only brain, no. 17 other scientists with you, because each one of us tackled from different angles. So the world, the science, everything is universal now, is a multidiscipline. And that's what I like to see in you, and that's why I'm trying to have this foundation. You spend so many years here, and the great system from our king. You're so lucky, actually, to have this care from our people. We have money, we have the collaboration with the great universities. Look at the first row here. Everybody's here for you, to help you to accomplish your dream. So what I like from you all is like, look beyond the surface. Just I want you to believe in yourself, because you can put science and society hand in hand, and you can make a big difference, like you started before.
I have one question. Tell us about your foundation. How can the researcher or the student enroll in that foundation? And now we have a lot of students as a researcher coming back to Saudi Arabia or here. If you let us know, please, the way.
I'm going to talk about it more in depth in 21st of October about the foundation, and actually it doesn't call Hayat Foundation, we have a different name for it. Actually it's going to be designed for this foundation 4 programs. The first program is going to be entrepreneur program between 6 to 8 weeks to train the scientists and engineers who have invention, who are going to apply to this website. We're going to have a website and steer committee, scientific committee, and they're going to go for this program between 6 to 8 weeks to learn how to plan, how to launch successful enterprise, because most of scientists and engineers, and one of them, we don't have a clue how to start a company, especially for social application. So we're going to provide that with them with the collaboration with top universities. Also, we have another program called Social Science Program, where we can direct their own invention, part of it, another branch of it, to help problem in our country, because this is the most beneficial way of you see the fruit of science, when you really solve local problem. And the third program is going to be communication program, because if you consider me, I'm a role model, I'm so humble with this, but I wanted to bring like 1 million copy, somebody better than me. So that's a program we're going to help the talented young male and female to be able to be role model, not like a star, after that, they're like a role model in terms of their dedication, passion, and their love for their community. And how also to communicate with their own parents, with the street, with the public about the science that can inspire others. And also social science program going in here. So programs, and it's going to be designed, it will take time. It will take time for this to be functioning for a year, but it's going to be application. It's going to be really tough foundation for people to get in, and because we're going to create amazing people going to change the world. Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. Ghada Sambudlu, Ghanaian Pelvic Reconstructive Surgery Fellow, Ottawa University. First, I would like to thank you so much for your talk, and as a Saudi, I'm so proud of you. I have a question for you, please, and it's probably a continuation to Dr. Salam's question. As a gynecologist, in regard to the breast cancer, you've talked about early detection of breast cancer diagnosis. I have a question for those who are already diagnosed with breast cancer and they've had treatment for breast cancer. They end up going for annual mammography to detect micromets. And I've seen a couple of patients who ended up having prophylactic mastectomy and found to have micromets that was not diagnosed before. So in regard to your chip that you've invented, do you think that does, and I know you've met with some people, some staff and doctor in the oncology department at Ottawa University yesterday. So I'm just thinking, do you think about doing a study where you can randomize people to be screened with mammography versus using that chip, and then having an eventual outcome to know which one is more cost effective? Thank you.
It's a good question, but first of all, I'm not a physician or I claim to be a physician or oncologist. I'm purely designing sensor for you to come and find about problems. How can I solve it? So application of that, I have no clue what I'm going to do in the future, but I know this is going to be sensitive to even one single breast care. And I would love to see if we can help somehow the medical area, because the whole idea for me to go to this field, I'm a pharmacologist, I'm cells, my undergrad, because when I did clinical trial work for 18 months under Princess Anne Award, I had to deal with patients. I need to take a lot with them. I need to design clinical trial, 6 experiments in a hospital, and I have the standard techniques, but I did find out my hand is tight. So I wanted that field. I wanted to invent the tools to make me understand the backbone of what's happening. So to answer your question, I'm not a physician. I would love to help to understand how can I help in that area, and if I can make it so sensitive, then hopefully we can do anything with that. I don't know. I like that this scientific question. It doesn't mean I don't take any questions.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. منال الصايغ كاريك سيرجيكال ريزيدنت. حياك الله بيننا أول شيء. شرفتيني ونورتينا في أوتوا في كندا. بس بغيت أسأل بالنسبة للشيب نقدر نستخدمها بيدياتريك وأدلت، وإذا كنت فكرتي في الهيموجلوبين ليفل يعني في CDC إذا ممكن كمان نستخدمها.
It's not there yet for use. It's just an idea of the early possibility how we can make it helpful to diagnostic and early detection of cancer. For any marker can lead to cancer, because they believe if we have an idea or if there is an indication, like yesterday I talked to Professor Barbara about she deal with the ovarian cancer, and they have no clue until now what is the cause of the ovarian cancer and which epithelium cell is it, the follicle tube or the ovary itself. And she would love to know all the markers, even if it's like 6 or 7 markers. If she couldn't find out if they are already released in blood, so she can prevent it, because it's one of the nasty type of cancer. Because when you diagnose in late stage, and that is only 10 or 20% of success rate. So again, how I can help in terms of diagnose something become tumor, and that's what's my heart going for the breast cancer, because as a woman everybody nightmare. It doesn't mean what will be the future. So
Wish you all the best.